Everybody ready? Well, we're here to sign a bill into law, it's Senate Bill 105, the automatic stay bill. The purpose of this is to save time. As you have heard President Trump describe his efforts in Washington to see that infrastructure is built more quickly, this is our effort, part of our effort to do the same thing here. We know that lawsuits are a part of American life, part of our system, but very often they drag on for too long unnecessarily. And this is an effort to see that we're able to move forward quickly with the 90-day stay and the shift of burden to those who are seeking to have permits denied for various things so that we can proceed with construction. President Trump has explained it, and it's applicable here as well, that many times the costs of projects are doubled or 50% is added and so, or sometimes more than that, just because of time. And in some projects in D.C. has been described, federal projects, it takes 9, 10, or 12 years to get a permit, after which time the costs all go up. And so we're trying to make sure that we move on our infrastructure swiftly and appropriately in South Carolina, and this is a terrific step in that direction. We got a lot of work to do on infrastructure, and this will help do it. I have with me a number of people, including Senator Luke Rankin, who is the sponsor of the bill, Representative Russell Fry, Jackie Hayes, Representative Jackie Hayes. Is Lucas Atkinson here? And yes, sir. And others as well from the County Council, as well as the Highway Commission. And speaking first will be Luke Rankin. Senator?
Thank you, Governor. And I just want to applaud our process here, both Senate and House, in recognizing not a local need, as this was often maligned to be, the international road project, but really a statewide concern. And so with this passage, and Governor, with your signing, and we are tipping the hat to a balance between the environmental concerns, which are legitimate, but industry, progress, and economic development by affecting a compromise that, as you say, Governor, shifts the burden of proof as it always should be. If you're trying to oppose something, you've got to put up. And this law effectively requires those in opposition to vetted projects that have come through the system to be stopped, not by just the filing of an application, but by proof. And so as we stand here today, and as you, Governor, again, fortunately have embraced this and told us from day one that you would sign this bill, I think that's paved the way. And I want to thank the members of the Senate and thank the members of the House who have jumped on and made this bill reality.
Thank you. Representative Fry.
Thank you, Governor. I want to begin by thanking my colleagues in the House who have been fantastic on this issue. They have really worked tirelessly to beat back a lot of challenges on this. Certainly, Senator Rankin in the Senate, I appreciate all the work you did. And Governor, thank you for coming out so early on this important issue, not only for the coast, but for all South Carolina. But most importantly, today is not about us up here. Today is a great day. It's a win for the taxpayers in South Carolina, and it's a win for the businesses who have said, kind of united, enough of the frivolous legal challenges, enough of the delay, and enough of the money from the Treasury going to various pet projects that people want. Today is about restoring a balance and fairness in the system. It is about making sure that, as Senator Rankin talked about, that we flip the burden of proof, which is so crucial. As a conservative, I think we would all agree up here that government doesn't always get it right. And so it's important that we be able to challenge those permits and that we preserve the stay. But that stay should not be unfettered, and we can't hold up projects throughout South Carolina for baseless accusations. Thank you.
Thank you. Ted Pitts, Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Governor. First I'd like to thank Representative Fry, Senator Rankin, and really the leadership out of Horry County. This is a statewide issue, but the leadership out of Horry County got this across the finish line. When you look at the South Carolina Chamber and the business community, we try to look at things that make us competitive with our neighboring states. And the old system, prior to this bill being signed, was very uncompetitive. So when you look at the efforts that were made to shift the burden of proof, to provide a defined certain timeline that developers and investors knew what they could expect and not have something just that gets drug out for an extended period of time, that was bad for investment. This bill being signed today is good for investment and makes South Carolina and the business community more competitive with our neighboring states. Thank you.
Any questions?
Governor?
Ma'am.
Obviously, environmentalists are not too happy with this bill. What is your response to criticism from those who say that this will not protect South Carolinians who want to protect their land, their neighborhoods?
I think it does. It does not remove the right to bring a lawsuit. It doesn't impose any burden on anyone. It just speeds up the process. As we know, sometimes court processes drag on forever, seemingly, and then you have appeals after that. This allows, after 90 days, the petition can be filed, or the removal of the stay can be sought, and it must be issued by the court within 15 days. What this does is just speed it up. It does not take any rights away from anyone. More questions? Hearing none, ladies, gentlemen, lady and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here, and let's sign it into law.
Just shift over.
Right here. I'm gonna give mine to Horry County, to the county council.
Thank you so much. Commissioner, thank you for your work on this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Where's this one go?
Well, I've got one in my hand right here. So, House, Senate, to the,
County. I got one for the county.
to the international drive.
Yeah.
Thank you, Governor, very much. Thank you.